What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. So last time we left off, we got a lot of the motor together. Since then I got a good amount of parts to put the throttle body on, as well as some other things. So we're gonna replace this with the proper fitting, and then the sensor for the temperature gauge. We got a new belt, we got the throttle body parts that we needed. We should be able to put the half shaft and the axles in today, and I might leave it at that, but we'll see. Let's go. All right, so right here we got the Type S in throttle body, and on the K-swap there's two things that we do not need, and that's the idle air control valve, and there's an evap sensor right here. So for the evap, I got this block off plate here. It's got an O-ring. This is from a company called Street Rays. You can find them on eBay. Just simply search RSX evap plug and you'll find it. So this just simply pushes into the top here. And then there's two Allen screws. Second part we got is new idle air control valve gasket and this plate. This is also from Street Rays. Honestly, you could probably make this if you have the ability to. I don't have anything to cut metal or whatnot, so I went with this. It's pretty cheap. And then I recommend getting the new gasket. You do not want a leak. This is a humongous vacuum leak that you're gonna have if you don't replace that gasket, or if you have any kind of leak, it's just gonna run like crap. So get the plate, and it takes two screws, and here's the part number for that gasket. Then I did this all camera, but I added the brand new TPS. I didn't go with anything special, it's just a Dorman part, and there's the part number. I'm sure once I get it on and everything hooked up, this is gonna have to be adjusted. So I kind of just put it in place for now. I don't really know exactly where it needs to be, but once it is together, I'll probably show you guys how to do that. All right, so we already got the thermal gasket on, and these are two studs. I need to find two more bolts, but it's as simple as that, just putting it on. All right, next we're gonna remove this. It's no longer needed. I think it has something to do when the vehicle's cold. I guess it helps bring hot coolant, air, or whatever into the intake manifold. So don't quote me on that. But it's a 22, and it simply just screws out. It's real easy. And here's the fitting that's gonna go in. This is from K-Tuned. There's a couple others, Hybrid Racing. I know there's some others, but I decided to go with K-Tuned. And this, just like anything, you want to thread it in by hand. And this will use a 19mm. All right, next we're going to use a D series or B series style temperature sensor, and it's a one wire plug. Your conversion harness should come with it. When we put this on, we want to make sure we use a little bit of Teflon tape. That way we don't have any leaks. This is also a 12mm. All right, so another important piece that is usually kind of hard to find, at least for me, is finding out the correct length on your belt. So this will eventually have AC, I'm hoping for, but for now, we're just going to go with the EP3 style pulley, or this is an EP3 pulley. Alternator, everything stock, with a K24 crank pulley. That's what's the big difference, is the K20 pulley is smaller than the K24. So on the K24, we're gonna use this part number, 522K6. There's also some other ones right here that you could use. It's 1,325mm, which is, I think, 52.5 inches. I'll have to double check that, but this is the same exact one that I have on my car on the EG. So last video you saw, or I mentioned that I tried it and it fit. So on this one, we're gonna use it again. All right, so the belt's on. I'm trying to explain to you the best it goes. So over the top of the pulley, it goes under here, and you won't have enough slack to put it on the top. So you gotta make sure that you push this down, make sure it comes around the alternator, under and over the water pump, and back under the crank pulley. I don't know if you guys can figure that out, but if you're not exactly sure, you could always message me and I'll help you. All right, so I just unboxed these, and these are the Insane Shaft 500 horsepower axles. Same exact ones that I use in my EG. I'm not gonna show in detail what to do because I have another video that explains everything. I'll put it up here. Basically the same exact process as an EG. It's basically the same car, just different chassis. So just check that video out if you want to know how to do the axle. I am so glad I didn't record that because this side took well over an hour. I couldn't get the axle in. I was like, what the hell, maybe it's like a 36 spline or something. Turns out the fitting, the grease fitting on the ball joint, I don't know, you can barely see, but the grease fitting was hitting the bottom of the axle, did not let me get it in. And it took like just looking at it from a different angle to figure out that it was not going in. So if you ever have that issue and you remember this video, think about that, because there's something overlooked and I didn't even think about it, but it was a stupid grease fitting. So the other side's done, this side's done. The other side took like 30 minutes, it was easy, and that was just a stupid error. I don't know what else I'm gonna do. I'll have to, maybe I'll do the throttle cable or something, I don't know, I'll figure it out. All right, so I got the throttle cable, throttle bracket on the Type S throttle body. Since we have no idle air control valve, when we have cold starts, we're not gonna have anything to control the idle. So when we adjust this, we're gonna, when we adjust this, we're gonna want the throttle plate just to be open a little bit. That way we can allow some air in, maintain a throttle. The EG has it the same exact way. It's disabled in K-Pro, so you don't have to worry about a check engine light or anything from deleting it. So like I said, leave it open, and then once we get everything situated on the cable, we verify we have wide open throttle and everything. I'll kind of explain to you where the adjustment point was and all that. All right, so we have it adjusted. Verify we have wide open throttle. Whoa! I think it works. Alright, so the very last thing I need to do is just trim this brake pedal. That way it's not so close to the clutch. This could probably be adjusted some more because it is higher, but you know, we'll worry about that once we got the car going. So here we go. All right, so I ended up cutting more off camera. It's got a decent amount of space now. It is super jagged, so I'm gonna have to, you know, shave off these burrs with a file or something. Of course, I don't have a file, so I'll just have to get one at some point. But it's not pretty, but I think it'll work. So that's the way it's gonna be. All right, guys, so everything is complete for today's video. Axles are in. They're Insane Shaft 500 horsepower axles, like I mentioned, same as the EG. We put this coolant adapter, we put the temp sensor, we got the belt on, and we cut the pedal. So, oh yeah, throttle body and throttle cable, almost forgot. So that's almost everything we need for the motor. I'm waiting on the fuel system. I ordered it. I think it's getting made. I know that people there were super backed up, so I'll just be patient. But for the next video, which I probably start as I finish this one, is gonna be the electrical system, the charge system, the conversion harness, and the engine harness. At least as much as I can do, which should be most of it. And that'll probably just leave us fluids, fuel system, and a first start. So it sounds close, but if I have no parts in hand to do the fuel system, and it's gonna be a little bit. So try to keep you guys entertained for a little bit with what I got left, and then hopefully get it started real soon. That way we can move on to the turbo stuff, which I'm really excited about. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Any questions about the build, this one or the EG or any case series, I'm happy to help. Hit me up at EGChris92 on Instagram. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Until next time, later.